restless type, hard to love and quick to fight, work all day and run all night, like someone's idea of a cowboy. So writing the book was not a difficult thing for me. I actually had written a book about my experiences in the music business in 1980. Well, I think I wrote it in longhand, and I had somebody type it up, and I took the book and I put it in a box, and that was the last. That's the last I ever messed with it. And so I thought the book was lost. So Daisy and I have this friend Conrad that I've known for decades, and he works in the entertainment business. He's a film editor. Daisy found the book, and Conrad read it, and he thought it was, we should make a movie out of it. He had written this screenplay about Pretty Boy Floyd. And Daisy asked him, so how did you like the Dillinger movie? And he said, well, it was okay, but there was some historical discrepancies that kind of ruined the movie for him. And she says, oh really, what? And he says, well, for one thing, in the movie they come and tell Dillinger that Floyd's been killed. And he said, Dillinger died before Floyd did. So I decided, just out of curiosity, to look up on Google and see what the story was. I mean, it wasn't that I doubted him, I just thought it'd be interesting to see. And so I did, and I put in Depression era gangsters, and here they all were, like 30 or 40 different guys, and sure enough, Dillinger had died before Floyd, just like he said. But while I was there, I was looking at some of these other guys, and I saw this guy Miller, Vernon Miller, and I thought, Vernon Miller, I think Miller is the name of that guy that Pappy said he used to work for. And so I read it, and I looked at it, and I read it, and the guy died. They told about how he died he got beat up and left on the side of the road by Detroit or something. And that's exactly what Pappy had told me had happened to the guy that he worked for. So it just, a light bulb went off. So I thought, I need to write a book. I need to write a story, all these stories that he's told me, over my lifetime, and with this new information, and make a good book out of it. So that's what I did. I started writing the book, and I think the book would have been good without Miller in it, but it would be interesting, but I think Miller put the edge on it that it needed. And so it's all true stories, as they were told to me by Pappy, my father. So it starts out in Oklahoma Territory, before it was a state, and it goes through World War I, the Roaring '20s, the gangster era, Midwest gangster era, the Great Depression, World War II, and beyond. It's based on the stories of one person, my father, Rex Tanner, and his exploits and adventures and all the things that happened during his lifetime. There's a lot of other characters in it, true characters, people that really lived, and some of the stories are about them, but he's the central figure. And so, I know how the music business works. You don't get much of the money. So I figured that's probably the same way in the publishing business. So I'm ignorant enough to think that I know more than anybody else. So I thought, well, hell, Daisy, let's just do it ourselves. And which is what I was saying is, hell, Daisy, why don't you do it?
I didn't know what involvement I was going to have in it. He had a lot of photographs, and I love restoring photographs, and I love painting. So it was kind of a nice marriage of a project. So we thought, well, let's do it ourselves. A lot of independent writers are out there now, independent publishers. So we thought, what the heck? So what we decided to do was to create our own little publishing business. It was fun, but it was very time consuming.
My 50 or 60 hours of writing the book and the subsequent 20 or 30 hours adding a couple more chapters or whatever I did, 3 or 4 chapters to flesh it out, ended up with Daisy having to learn how to publish a book, get a book printed, edit. I mean the whole publishing business. When I said I wrote that book, it would just seem like writing a long song. Now we just hope the book was worth doing it. The book, if the book's no good, then we wasted a lot of time. So hopefully the book is good and the reader will enjoy it.
The story, which is fantastic. Gary is an excellent writer. I am so impressed with the work he's done, and I hope my paintings can even live up to what he's written.
Thanks for bearing with me, and hope you enjoy the book. Thank you very much. Bye. I'm an El Dorado baby from another place and time. I was built for speed and comfort. I'm the classic of my line. I got lots of torque and horsepower. You got speeding on your mind.